Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I was debating if I wanted this to be like a tutorial or if I wanted this to be a more like get ready with me. I think it's gonna be a little bit of both. It's been a hot minute since we've like done this together, but I still don't have a lot of the equipment that I would like to have to be able to do the kinds of tutorials that I think you guys are wanting to see. So this is gonna be a little bit of both. So I've already moisturized and primed my face. Today I am using the moisturizing foundation stick from Elf. If you watched my Elf haul, you know that I just got this. I have been trying it out this month, and I am not usually someone that like changes my foundation routine. I kind of am like a die-hard Kat Von D Lock-It foundation wearer, and so it's been a little weird for me to like branch out to different foundations. However, I don't know, I think I just wanted something different. Like I know that the Kat Von D foundation like works for me, but I also think it's like a nicer foundation. And I guess like, sorry I'm so red too, I'm like always scratching my neck. Anyway, since I work like in a warehouse so much, not that I'm not having like, you know, social interaction with people or like not wanting my makeup to look good, but I just don't find it necessary to wear like a $50 foundation every single day. And I don't always need like that full coverage. So I just kind of wanted to try some different things out and also maybe see how a foundation that isn't like super mattifying looks on my skin. With that being said, I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like maybe I'm just not like a glowy faced person. This is not my favorite foundation. I just feel like even after I set it, it's always like smudging or will like wipe off onto things and like get all over my clothes, and I just find that really irritating. Like I don't know how people can wear foundations all the time that like do that to like their stuff. So yeah, it's not my fave. This, however, the Elf All Over Concealer Stick, I'm using the color Apricot Beige. This is my new jam. It smells good, but I think I told you guys this was only $1, and literally like you don't get a lot of product, and since I've been liking it more than I thought I would, I've been going through it really quickly, and so I have a bunch of other concealers to go through, but after those I will probably be purchasing a bunch of these because it's awesome. But yeah, so I feel like I haven't really talked to you guys even since I got back from Portland. The trip was great. Sorry, I'm setting my face now, multitasking. It's the weekend. Yeah, Portland was great. I think I kind of like was just at a point where I was needing like a new adventure in my life, and that was definitely the ticket, I think. You know, sometimes it's just nice to like get away from home and experience a new city. And so I really enjoyed being able to do that. The people that I met there were absolutely incredible, and I've stayed in touch with quite a few of them. Just like super rad group of people. I think it was nice just to be able to like get out and like check out the city and all of that. But I'm sure you guys already know all of that because you watched my other videos. Now I am doing my, I don't know, I feel like I do my face routine like different than other people. I like to contour my face after I do my foundation before I do my eyes, but I know everyone's different. So this is the Too Faced Chocolate Solei. And I am putting that on with this like new e.l.f. contour kind of chisel thing. I don't know, you do you. I'm also getting to that point where like I don't know what I want to do with my hair anymore. I was at my grandmother's recently and she had like our family Christmas card posted on the fridge. And in our family Christmas card, all of the photos that I'm in, I had like my short black bangs and like long black hair. And I was like, wow, I kind of miss like having black hair, even though it was like such a pain in the ass to like get to this color and like all my hair fell off. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have this color for a while. And now that I've had it, like I love it, I do, but it's just like so, it's not even a pain to maintain on like a day-to-day basis because I don't wash my hair every day, but like my hair just doesn't behave like it used to. Like, I'm sure you can see I have like 500 different shades of I don't even know going on. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think it like looks as good. I've never gotten it like exactly to the color that I wanted to get it to, which, you know, sucks. I did track down finally like a dark gray hair dye that I did get, so I am hopefully like trying that soon. I'm just making all this shit darker, but yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. I just think my plan from here on out is I'm gonna do like my whole head once over again, like with the gray, but getting it more to the darker color that I had been wanting, hoping that this color turns out. And then after that, I'm just gonna start like growing it out, and then as my hair grows out, I'm gonna like keep the roots dark. Does that make sense? Anyway, enough of that. So to do the base of my eyeshadow, I am using the Concrete Minerals in the color Bandit, which it's a loose powder. So I don't know if you can like really see, but it's just kind of this like warm taupey brownie color. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know how to describe it, but I have been obsessed with this color like since I got it. So what I do, if there isn't enough to use on the lid, I will take my brush, press it into the powder, tap a little bit off in the jar, and then press it into the lid, and then tap off the excess. Just to avoid like getting as much fallout as possible. You probably will have to go back over the lid a couple times, but I just think this is the best way not to like lose the most amount of product. Am I saying that right? It's just the least wasteful. Yeah. Speaking of wasteful or not being wasteful, I don't even know if I should talk about this yet because I know I'm going to talk about it in my favorites video, but I have been using reusable like face wipes and like cotton pads, and I'm obsessed, and I'm going to order more. I'll talk about it in my favorites video, but I don't know why I didn't think about doing this sooner. Because it's like, hello, I just put them in the wash anyway when I'm doing my laundry, and then I'm not like adding all of this extra garbage into all of the land, and it's awesome. So, yeah, I just think like everyone should look into that, or at least get like some that they reuse, because it hasn't been like a pain in the ass at all. And it makes me feel like I'm doing my part to save the world for future generations. So now that I've got this color, like, you know, just kind of smeared all over my lid, really no rhyme or reason, just a nice even base, and I took it just above the crease. And then what you want to do is take a fluffy brush that I realize I don't have, so I'm just going to use this, and we're just going to buff it out. Unless it looks like shit, in which case I will go get one. But, you know, the nice thing about makeup is there are no rules. So, and that's just going to soften the edges. Boom, blowing it out, buffing our lives away. The weather in Washington has just been so gorgeous. We were doing, if you follow my Instagram, you probably have already seen the photos, but we staged this house that was on the water on Mercer Island overlooking Lake Washington. And it was so breathtaking that I was like losing my shit. I'm just taking Aura from the LimeCrime Venus palette to highlight under my eyebrows. So anyway, it's like the house was a little bit of a pain to like get around in because it was 4 floors. I was like joking with the owner that on her leg days, she probably doesn't even know to go to the gym because, words, huh? This was a lot smoother when I was executing the joke in real life, but I was like, oh, you don't even need to go to the gym on your workout days because you can just run up and down your stairs. And she was like, huh, yeah. So, great story. But for real, I mean, it was insane, but they had 2 docks and you could oversee like the I-90 bridge, like going into Seattle, and you could see the Seattle skyline, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. And then there was the mountain range behind that, and oh my God, if I had $9 million, I would have bought that house. Yep, that's my life now. Okay, so, was I taking it below my eyes? I think I also, it's been a while since, this was like my February look, I don't know, and then I got back home and I was like, I don't care about makeup, I'm too busy, I don't know, anyway, for real though, I have been so lazy with my makeup recently, hence why I'm just using an $8 foundation instead of the $45 one. So I'm just taking this little Luxie pencil brush and literally whatever is left on the lid of the eyeshadow, I think I was just taking it underneath like so, and buffing that under there. Yeah. I need new songs to be obsessed with, so if anyone has like a good song that they're like, girl, you need to listen to this, then let me know. Also, I want to know if anyone uses audible.com because that's just something that I want to start doing, I guess. A couple years ago, I was listening to audiobooks that I was finding on YouTube, but the pain in the ass thing about that is that like the app doesn't keep your spot, and so I was constantly like having to remember where my spot was, and then you couldn't like quite get it to where you left off in the book, so then I would have to like listen to the same part over again. It just didn't seem very efficient. So let me know if you use Audible and what books you have been reading and or listening to. Here's the fun part. I am taking the color Weenie from Colourpop, and I have just been using my finger. It's funny because when I first got these and talked about it, I was like, oh, everyone uses their finger, but I think that's really weird. And now I'm all about that like finger application. So I just take a little bit and you dab it right in the middle of your eyeball, and it just adds this like gorgeous, it's not glitter, but it's just like a metallic sheen, I guess. And if you want it, you know, it's buildable basically. I'm sorry, I worked over 50 hours this week and my brain is a little bit fried. So words are like not formulating for me. Today probably wasn't the best day to film this video, but I'm doing it anyway. Also, I feel like I've gotten more awkward with filming videos like as time has gone on, and maybe that's just because I was like on a roll for a while and then stopped, and now I'm like trying to get back into it, so I sort of have an expectation about like what I want them to be like, but yeah, it's just not really working out. So awkward turtle moment. Just brushed out my eyebrows. I am going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in the color Taupe to do my eyebrows, and then we'll go back to the lids. Another thing, I feel like my voice is sounding a little bit raspy, and that is because I am getting over a cold. This happened this week. So a couple weeks ago, I booked a flight to go down to Orange County at the end of this month, April. And I think it was another one of those situations where I just like was really tired, of course, at the end of the day. So I don't know if I've told you guys this. My commute to work in the morning is about an hour exactly. And then to get home, it takes me anywhere from like 50 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on when I leave and traffic and all of that. And whenever it rains, I feel like there's always accidents. People are like, I forgot how to drive and it's raining. So anyway, life is always a struggle when I try to do anything after work besides just like eat and go to bed. But I've really been trying to get better about that. So like working out when I get home, or, you know, like doing a bazillion of the other things that are on my to-do list. So a couple weeks ago, I booked my flight to California when I got home from work one day. And it was for a Wednesday morning, and I'm coming back on a Sunday night. Well, of course, weeks went by, and I hadn't sent my flight itinerary to my friend yet. And so I think it was on Wednesday. I was like, oh, I need, like, you know, I need to send this to you so that we can, like, plan our schedule and all of that. And I open up the email to send her the itinerary, and I realized this whole time, like, I've been telling people I'm leaving Wednesday morning, I'm flying back Sunday night. I've requested off work, like, gone through all that, yeah? I open up the itinerary and I send it to her, and I realize that I have booked the flight for 7:50 p.m. Wednesday night, getting in at like 10:15 to Orange County or whatever. And I'm like literally in disbelief. I'm like, there's no way I did this. I've been telling people 8 a.m., I'm leaving at 8 a.m. Wednesday morning, yada, yada, yada. Didn't believe my phone, didn't believe the text I had sent. So I like log on to Travelocity to check my itinerary. Sure enough, my idiot self booked my flight for 7 at night instead of 7 in the morning. I don't know what I was thinking. So anyway, I was like, I need to make this right. Like, my friends like cleared her schedule out for me, and like we have plans and yada yada, and like how could I be so stupid? So I got that all straightened out. And this was the other crazy thing. It was cheaper to just book a new flight and then just like not show up for the original flight I had booked, as opposed to canceling that flight and booking a new one. I don't get how that works. But anyway, so lesson learned. Of course you're gonna make mistakes when you're tired, but it was just really annoying. But then it was one of those things where I like could not do anything that day and like till I fixed this. I think eyebrows are as good as they're gonna get. So we are gonna go to, I'm feeling like doing some blush. Anyway, I forgot my blush brush, so we're gonna pause here for a moment. I'm just not realizing how long this video was, and I'm sorry. So I am using, I think this is Sex Fantasy, and I am just using my new, what is this, like Real Techniques Metals brush, whatever. It's a blush brush, and I am going into, I think it's called Sex Fantasy, and I am just patting that all over my cheeks. I do like that this is kind of like a softer, cooler toned blush, but I'm always very heavy-handed with my blush. I don't know why. I like have never been able to not heavy-handedly put on my blush. So now I'm trying to rush, but Dr. Seuss in the house. And then, yeah, so I always have to go back over. But anyway, then I am taking my setting brush, and I'm actually going into this like combo of these two that I'm sure were eyeshadows, but I use them as highlights. And bam! I highlight my face with those. Sad times, my battery died and I didn't realize it, so I literally filmed the entire rest of my face without realizing that I wasn't recording anymore. But I guess it was good because it made me realize that I noticed in the video that you couldn't see that these two eyeshadows were the ones that I were using for my highlight. So I did that, and then I went ahead and finished my face up with the NYX Voluptuous mascara. I did the LimeCrime Velveteen in Faded on my lips, and that is my February face, I guess. I looked like this in the entire month of February. And it worked for me. I need to figure out like a new kind of like cutesy go-to look for, I guess I don't need to do it month by month, but well, I guess I kind of have one. Maybe I'll film that next. Anyway, I know you guys kind of like these like easier, you know, I'm not a fucking makeup artist. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, so thanks for listening to me yab and blabble. Blabble? Yeah, blabble? That's not a word. Oh, what are words even, really? So thanks for watching, and I will see you coming up in my March favorites video. Bye, guys.